right, guys. So, since we're all quarantined, we gotta stay 6 feet away from each other.
Yep. So what was it? What do they call it?
Social distancing.
Social
We're practicing social distancing. So, since we all can't be at school or work or anything, Sargent Moseman called me up and he said, "Hey, I wanna put stone on my driveway because, as you can see, it's just not good."
Yeah, we got ruts. We don't want ruts.
So, we're gonna measure this up and figure out how much stone he needs. And then I'm going to have you do a little practice, try to figure out how much stone you might need for a given driveway. And then we'll shoot another video and we'll show how we spread it and show what else we're going to do to prep the area, because there's some other things we might want to think about before we just put stone on the ground. All right, let's get that thing zeroed out. Make sure we're on zero. All right. So as you can see, this is just a mess.
Yeah, ruts.
Ruts. Pretty soft. Sargent Moseman moved here like 2 weeks ago, and before that, this house sat abandoned for a real long time. So it was kind of neglected, and nobody ever cleared this driveway off. So it's pretty bad. Let's see just how long this driveway is.
$161.
161, 162, something like that. All right, go ahead. Let's see how wide this is.
12 feet.
12 feet. So this driveway is shaped kind of funny. It kind of spreads out here down at the end. It's real narrow up there. So we're going to break this down to a couple of different shapes just to make our math a little bit easier. Go ahead and measure that there, Sargent Moseman.
$33.
33. All right, guys, welcome to my basement dungeon slash office, I guess. So here's some of the measurements we got yesterday when I was out taking measurements at Sargent Moseman's house. So we need to figure out the total cubic yardage of material we're going to need for this project. So first, I think the easiest way to do this is to just break it up into a couple different shapes that we can work with. That makes it pretty easy, right? We get kind of a square-ish and then like a longer rectangle thing. Let's work on this longer rectangle thing first, all right? So if we have 105 feet times 12 feet, that'll give us our surface area, right? We talked about this in class. That comes out to 1,260 square feet. All right. Now, we decided this driveway is going to be 4 inches thick, right? So we're going to need to figure out how to turn our surface area into volume. Well, if you do the math, divide 4 by 12, you're going to come up with 0.33 repeating. We'll use 0.33 just to make it easier. So, since we're 4 inches thick, multiplied by 1,260 square feet, we are going to get 415.8 cubic feet. Now, we know that they don't sell stuff in cubic feet usually. Usually we measure stuff in cubic yards, right? So if we take this number and divide it by 27, remember when we talked about those cardboard boxes, it took 27 of those to make 1 cubic yard. So 27 cubic feet into a cubic yard, if we divide this by 27, we should get our cubic yards. So when you divide that by 27, it turns out to 15.4 cubic yards. So let's write that down here. 15.4 yards cubed, right? That's our first number. We'll remember this one for later. All right, now let's do the same thing for this square. We've got 56 feet long, 33 feet wide, and it's still 4 inches thick. So let's do 56 times 33. Do the math at home, maybe on your calculator, but that comes out to 1,848 square feet. We're going to take that number again and multiply it by 0.33 because that is our number to give us 4 inches. 4 inches thick. The whole thing is 4 inches thick. So multiply by 0.33. That's going to give us 609.84 cubic feet. And again, we need to turn this into cubic yards, so we're going to divide the whole thing by 27, and we're going to come up with 22.58. So let's write that here, 22.58 yards cubed. Now, you got to add these two numbers together. I've done the math here at home, and it's going to come out to about 38 yards cubed. That's our answer. All right, guys. If you're following along at home, which you should be, this is a little project I want you guys to work on. It's another driveway. Nice, easy, round numbers. I want you guys to figure out how many cubic yards of crusher run, rubble, or stone we're going to need to cover this driveway. Now, to make this a little different, we're not going to go 4 inches thick. This might be a new driveway, so let's go 6 inches thick. It's going to be a real thick one, brand new driveway. And this might make your math a little easier. That 6 out of 12 inches might be a pretty easy fraction to figure out, right? So I want you guys to do this at home. I'll put a form up for you guys to fill in, and I want to see your answers, all right? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Do some of the math at home, see what you come up with. And hopefully soon, we won't be doing this from my basement. We'll be back at school. So everybody stay safe, and look forward to getting back in class and going on as business as usual. All right? Wash your hands.